Hey everyone, I finished watching the next Ninja Storm episode, The Return of Thunder part... Crap, what is it? 3? Or... I don't know, it already feels like it's been going on for way too long. I don't freaking remember. It's 2 or 3 or whatever, I don't know. Anyway, yeah, you can tell I'm sick of multi-parters. Ninja Storm's strong point is definitely not multi-part episodes, or like any kind of ongoing serialized story. I'm not a fan. I Ninja Storm's strong point is single episodes, standalone one-off episodes, like we're gonna get later after this nonsense is over. And I was thinking about other team up episodes or like other multi-part episodes in Ninja Storm earlier, and I realized, you know what? The other multi-part episode that I think of was Samurai's Journey about Cam getting his powers and how it's a really, really good multi-parter until you get to the last part, and then it's just, what did they have to do with anything? It's just a completely separate story. And so, yeah, it'll be interesting to go through the rest of Ninja Storm. How many other multi-parters are there? Let's see, Return of Thunder, Samurai's Journey is the next one, and then, Shane's Karma. I remember really liking that one. I really hope I don't, dislike it on this watch through. Shimatsu Returns, General Deception, Storm Before the Calm. Okay, well, Storm Before the Calm was good. Man, there's a lot of multi-part episodes in Ninja Storm, and I don't know why. Especially since these early ones really didn't seem to have a grasp on how to continue a storyline, whatever. Moving on. Plot summary. Cam manages to find the island the Rangers are on, but he can't do anything to help their situation. Then the Rangers are with Blake, and he explains to them his and Hunter's past to the Rangers. He and Hunter were trained by Sensei Amano after their parents died. When they were older, Sensei Amano gave them the Thunder Morphers. Lothor knew, I guess? Something, I don't know. They don't really do a good job of explaining what exactly the connection Lothor has to them is. I'll go into that at the end, but anyway, Lothor attacks the school and apparently kills Sensei Amano. Huh. That's the other weird thing with this. They want to tell a kind of dark story here, but even in just a backstory, like a flashback, they're still not allowed to go too far, so we don't get any clear confirmation about Amano. Is he dead? I assume so. I'm pretty sure they pretty strongly imply it. So anyway, let's see. A bunch of the students are oh yeah, that was it. He was kidnapped in those lightning bubble things. But as far as I remember, he never comes back. So yeah, I guess he's dead. Uh, let's see. Lothor brings Blake and Hunter up to his ship, and for whatever reason, he can't take away their powers, so he decides to lie to them and tell them that Sensei Watanabe is responsible for killing their parents as a way to get them on his side, at least. If he can't have their powers, he can at least try to use their powers, which... Alright. I don't know why their voices got deeper when they agreed to help Lothor, or why they don't do that now. Huh. Moving on. Let's see. The Rangers are looking for Hunter. They almost find him, but then the snail monster shows up again. They get him out of the way, and then they find Hunter. And Hunter is in a rage from the steam that made him go crazy and got goo on his face. Let's see. So Blake finally gets through to his brother, while the other Rangers are fighting with Chubo. And then Cam is finally able to contact the Rangers and sends the Zords to get them off the island. Lothor makes the Snail Monster grow. The Rangers team up with their Megazords to defeat Snail Monster, and then Hunter and Blake tell the others that later on at Ninja Ops that they're unsure if they want to keep their powers because they could be a danger. And then up on Lothor's ship, Lothor banishes Chubo for his failure. What a jerk Lothor is here. And then Chubo vows vengeance against the Rangers, the Thunder Rangers. The episode's alright. kind of feels like the end of this multi-parter. That's the other weird thing with Ninja Storm and multi-parters, is they seem to drag on for one extra episode more than they have to. Just because each part is connected to the previous part doesn't mean it has to all be part of the same multi-parter. Then again, it seems like they could have just done like whatever they were doing a separate episode and have it be good. That's the other weird thing, is when like the last episodes of the multi-parters are usually not very good episodes either. I'm talking a lot about the multi-part episodes, but it is kind of a bizarre problem Ninja Storm has. The writers clearly didn't know how to like have a connected story over several episodes. So anyway, negatives, positives. I don't like them dragging out Hunter being evil, although on the other hand, it does give his actor a chance to like stretch his muscles, and we see what a good actor he is. There's some really cool, intense moments between him and Blake. I really love those scenes. I just wish they were in a better episode. Uh, Oh yeah, the brainwashing steam, that's kind of gone. Lothor's brainwasher beam, that's gone too. The cold weather thing just kind of gets forgotten about. I guess it's resolved. I don't know. It's really weird that they would introduce something like that and then just kind of brush it off. Like, I don't know what exactly stopped it. The island still sank. Like, the island, like, rising or sinking, either, like, any movement of the island apparently was supposed to cause this freezing, thing, but it never happened. So I don't know what was going on. They don't explain it too well. Or, like, at all. Oh yeah, the snail monster is finally destroyed for good, and it's really weird. He's appeared 3 times, and each time he's been pretty pointless and forgettable. He's just an afterthought each time. All I can guess is there was a lot of footage of him to use, or possibly they had the suit. But in that case, why didn't they try to give him some kind of a personality? Like, the most I remember about him is for some reason they kept saying that he looks like a crab. He doesn't. He looks like a snail. His face kind of looks like a clam, I guess, because of the weird clam beak thing that he has, but yeah, I don't know where crab was coming from. That was just weird. So anyway, at the end there's a nice little bit with Dustin and then Blake and Hunter talking to Kelly at Storm Chargers, and Blake and Hunter say that they're gonna help out at Storm Chargers. And it's a neat scene. I like anything with Kelly at Storm Chargers. Those scenes usually turn out pretty good. So anyway, Blake and Hunter's backstory, this isn't really that clear, and I'd really love to see, like, if there was a comic tie-in for Ninja Storm, this is something that I would love to see. Blake and Hunter's childhoods, being raised by Sensei Amano, being trained as ninjas, and getting their Thunder Ranger morphers. I think that would be such a cool story, because here we really don't get to see much of it, and we don't even get to, like, learn much about what their connection is to Lothor. Like, did their parents have some kind of connection to the Thunder Ring? Like, they must have, because, like, I'm assuming it was Lothor who killed their parents. Why would he do that unless he knew that they had some kind of power, or they were trying to stop him from doing something? We don't really go into that, I don't think, ever in the show. So, anyway, what I'm assuming the timeline is here is, let's see, Lothor somehow knew about the Thunder Ranger powers, and Blake and Hunter's parents, I guess, had it, so he killed them to get it, not knowing that they had given the morphers or whatever to Sensei Amano, who was raising Blake and Hunter. Lothor somehow found out that Sensei Amano had the powers, attacks them, and, yeah. They don't really go into any... I'm guessing that maybe there was more backstory initially, like maybe at the script level, they wrote in a bit more detailed information about how Lothor knows that Blake and Hunter's parents have the powers or something, but then they cut it all out because it's death and that's kind of a taboo for Power Rangers especially. Yeah, it's really weird. It's really awkward, and I don't have a whole lot else to say about it. That's the most interesting thing about the episode. Oh, and the other thing is that that whole cold front thing that they made such a big deal about was just kind of dropped. Like, I don't know, maybe there was one line of dialogue that explains it away, but I don't remember it. I was taking notes the whole time I was watching it. Maybe I missed something. But as far as I remember, they never give any kind of explanation. They just kind of forget about that whole thing. Just as well, it wasn't a interesting story anyway. It didn't connect with anything. So that's it for this one, I guess. Hope you enjoyed it. See ya.